Hey friends, welcome to today's patriotic, beautiful wreath that we are going to make with the Chrys'tel bow, which is a beautiful handcrafted by me bow with fabric. We make it stiff so that your loops stay. We add a little bling bling here and there. And of course, we always add long wires so that we can attach it to our wreath. We're going to start with our pine wreath base, making sure that we fluff it up all nice and pretty. And what I'm trying to show is some of the wreaths come with two rings, an outer ring and an inner ring. So when I do place my mesh, we place it on both sides. We're going to start with a simple cruffle, and I'm alternating 3 colors. No matter what you do, you always want to make sure that you keep the shape of your wreath, okay? And continue going around, making sure you're doing the outer ring and alternating the colors. We are using a 24-inch piece of mesh of your choice. We roll it on both sides, leaving a few inches in the center, and then we scrunch it together to make a bow type. And there's a little bow, and you're going to just insert it into your wreath. Once you're done with the outer ring, we can start with the inner ring and continue making sure that all your colors are alternating. Once you have done putting all your fluffs, I like to turn my wreath backside, taking the tag off, of course, and kind of squeezing it a little bit. So instead of a round wreath, it kind of turns into more of an oval. So that way you have more clearance on the side of your door. Once you've done that, you always want to make sure that your mesh is maintaining your shape and continuing with the beautiful wreath. Before I go ahead and place anything else, I want my beautiful Chrys'tel bow to be the star of my show. Therefore, she's going to go in first in our wreath. And because it has the long wires, it's going to make it very simple to attach. With this kind of style, you can also place other beautiful things onto your wreath. A beautiful flower, for example. And friends, both the bow and the flowers, I have the links below where you can find them. So now we are going to attach our beautiful bow, because I want to make sure that whatever else I put in the wreath, it's not going to cover, of course, whatever decor we put on. Let's say you wanted to put a sign instead of my pretty mini flower. You can also do that. And I would suggest you do it right about now. Again, so that once we start placing all our ribbons and our flowers, all our decor stays still the focal point. I have also chosen some beautiful flowers. Most of my flowers that I'll be using today are from Hobby Lobby. This beautiful bush is perfect because it has all my colors, different sizes, different shapes. Of course, we're going to add a little greenery. This one is from Michael's. And we like it because it's a nice full bush that will get me through the entire wreath. I'm also going to use this filler. This is called the 60919. This is available on my website. I will put the link below. This is just a fun way to put in different shades of blue along my wreath. And it's a little filler, so I can fill in the little spots here and there. And now we can begin the fun part of putting in our pretty flowers. when you put the flowers in, I am dipping them into my glue pot. The link is below if you want to see the one I have. And you can put them in however you like them. We try to follow the triangle method. As you see, I put the 3 flowers on a triangle. Now I'm going in with blue flowers. When you put the flowers in, you want to make sure that you're catching on the green pine base. That way, your flowers stay securely inside. We're going to go in with some ribbon tails. I don't want to take away from my big bow. So I'm using a 4-inch blue ribbon. I am not making a bow. I'm just making a 5-inch loop. You can leave the tails as long or as short as you like them. And if you are not sure, you can always measure them on your design before you cut the ribbon. I'm leaving them about 10 inches long. And what you want to do once you made the loop, you lift one tail, you twist the bottom tail, and you let the other one down. That way, both right side of the fabric is facing you. Okay? So remember that you want the right side of the fabric facing you. This is also another good way to use leftover ribbons. Let's say you have a roll of ribbon that has just a little bit, and we are crafters, we don't want to throw it out. And that's actually the case of the white ribbon you see me using now. So you go ahead, you make another loop, you put them together, and you do the same thing. You lift up one tail. I guess I wasn't liking the way that loop was made. Oh, I chose to do only one tail. There you go. I just remembered, friends. You know, during the lives when friends are asking me questions and all, I just kind of lose my thing a little bit. But, you know, I come back to it. I'm going to add more of the red ribbon because I want to stay with my 3 colors. And again, the same thing. You make your loop. You pinch it together. And you cut your tails. Again, if you are not sure how long you want your tails, put them on your wreath and then you cut it. It's okay too, friends. So I want to, of course, stay where my ribbons are going to look good and make sense. So I'm going on the side of my wreath. We are going to put more around. We're going to do fancy with the tails. And we're going to make sure that the whole design stays in the oval shape. Because remember, that's what we have done to our wreath. Spread your ribbon tails as you like them. Of course, as crafters, we could be fluffing a whole lot of time. We're going to make a couple of more of those and place them around as well. We're going to continue to make some loops to place around the wreath. And you want to remember the triangle method that we use. So we are going to put them in 3 spots. And you want to make sure that you tie them well in, fluff them up. I do have a video, friends, and I'll put the link below on different ways to make bows, loops, and how to cut the tails and make them all pretty. Now we're going to sporadically add in some greenery because that always makes everything come more alive. And just here and there where I see a little nice flow. When I place my greenery or my fillers in, I like to make sure that they're raised from the wreath itself so that when the breeze comes through, it flows and it looks more natural, just like real natural flowers. We're going to put in our 60919. The way the stem comes, it has 3 branches that we separate from each other, and it's got these cute little wooden sticks that they're so cute, making little curly cues. I always love to do that. And again, this adds a nice flow to the wreath, making sure again that we maintain our shape all around. I also wanted to add in a little bit of white, so I'm adding like little tulips here and there just for a little touch of color. And I always tell everyone, whenever you are making a wreath, you don't have to fill it as much as I do. Any point that you feel your wreath is done, you can definitely stop. You don't necessarily have to add all of it in it. Okay, just making sure we just do it all pretty. And here's our finished wreath, friends. I am adding in a little bit of red color, a little touch of red, and it's these cute little branches. I will put the link below. And it's greenery with little red flowers, little red flower buds. I just like to add them in again to give this nice shape and total finished look. So there she is, the beautiful patriotic wreath with our Chrys'tel bow. Make sure you subscribe to all of my channel, friends. We have lots of beautiful things that we make together. I also have a private group, so going to nadiascrafts.com, find our private group. I do teach lots of amazing things, not just for crafting, but it's good for your business too. So make sure you come and check us out. See you soon. Bye, friends.